Good morning, biology. Today we're going to talk about 18.4 in your textbook, which is ecosystem recycling. This is our last section before spring break, so happy early spring break in advance. Let me get my pointer ready. Matter, you guys know, cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be reused or recycled. So substances like carbon, water, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus each pass from our environment into living organisms and then back to the environment. These cycles of different nutrients and stuff being passed through is called biogeochemical cycles. Bio meaning life, geo meaning earth, and chemical meaning chemical, so in between the two. Excuse me. The water cycle. All life requires water. Groundwater. This is water in the soil or in underground formations. The water cycle is this movement of water between lakes, rivers, the atmosphere, and groundwater. And transpiration, this is when water gets pulled out of plants, goes into the atmosphere as water vapor, and then it can fall to the earth as precipitation, like water and snow. The water cycle is shown on the right here, and it's kind of this big circle as water goes from one to the other and back again. All the water that's been on Earth has always been on Earth, and will continue to be on Earth long after we're gone. The carbon cycle. This is the cycling of carbon through an environment. Plants use photosynthesis to pull carbon out of the air and make it a solid. They use this photosynthesis to make it a solid carbon, this organic carbon. Animals use this solid carbon, glucose, as energy to build our molecules. And then we exhale it through respiration back up into the air. Decomposers release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere when they break down organic molecules, releasing them back up into the air. Decomposers are a very important part of a ecosystem for nutrient recycling. Nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is used to make proteins and nucleic acids in all organisms, plants, and animals. The nitrogen cycle is how nitrogen flows through an ecosystem. Our atmosphere is made up of 78% of nitrogen gas, N2, but plants and animals can't use nitrogen in this form. We rely a lot on nitrogen-fixing bacteria. These are small bacteria that live in the soil and inside of plant roots, and they'll supply a plant will supply them with carbohydrates, and the bacteria will take this nitrogen out of the air and make it usable for plants. So some more recycling nitrogen. The bodies of dead organisms contain nitrogen. Urine and dung also contain nitrogen. Decomposers break down these materials and release nitrogen as ammonia. This process is called ammonification. Nitrification, this is when soil bacteria take ammonia and oxidize it into nitrates, like NO2 here, ammonification. They make this nitrite is now available for plants to make their nucleic acids. Denitrification, this is when some anaerobic bacteria in the soil release nitrogen in the soil back into the air as nitrogen gas. We get our nitrogen from plants, the same way we get our energy, not the soil. Phosphorous cycle. Phosphorus is an element that's used to form bones, teeth, and parts of DNA and RNA molecules. Plants get the phosphorus they need from the soil and from water. Animals get their phosphorus by eating other plants. This little guy here eating this plant. And then it gets put back into the soil by decomposers. The phosphorus cycle is simply the movement of phosphorus from the environment to organisms and then back into the environment. Section 18.4 review is on page 374. It's questions 1 through 3. All the work days 1 through 7 will be due on the 6th of April. Happy spring break, guys. Once you get all your work done for me, go ahead and just have a good spring break. Try to do something fun. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Miss you guys. I'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, I will be checking my email over spring break. It probably won't be as regularly, but I will be checking it at least once daily. All right. Talk to you later.